And I really felt like today I had to truly share what I do during this. And I don't I don't think it's intentional that I don't share these things with you, but I think it's more of I'm just learning how my brain processes and holds on to thoughts or lets them go. Like, I am very much a spiral thinker. So, like, I attach to something that I love, I hyper focus on it, and then I essentially do that thing until I got no more energy. And then I stop for a little while and then I come back to it. And that's really what this is here is me working through my thoughts where I can come back to it later. And yesterday or the day before yesterday, I, for the eclipse, sat with one of my friends and a community member, and we visualized what we wanted our community to look like, and we visualized what we wanted our own lives to look like. Because if you don't know visualization, actually putting it in front of you to envision is such a powerful tool, especially for autistics that don't necessarily understand how to communicate their thoughts, feelings, and emotions yet. And this can be for anybody at any level of autism. If you're not able to communicate what is going on in here, I very highly recommend in some way, shape, or form using creativity to get some of those feelings out, even if it doesn't make sense to anybody else. Because I will tell you, I've been working on this for over a year. And when we sat down to envision our lives the other day, I was able to talk through this to my friend Michelle. Oh my God, I did it again. Michelle, this or Melissa, this is gonna be I have a thing with names, so I'm just gonna go on a tangent here, but I can never remember names, especially of people I like. It's a very weird thing, and I will call you the wrong name. I think I called my friend Kelsey, um, what was the name? I remembered it the other day. Shelby. I called her Shelby for almost 2 years, and I don't know what that is, and I would love to know, is there any other tistastic people out there that cannot for the life of them remember their really close friends' names and always get it wrong? Like, even in a chat yesterday, we were or a couple of days ago, we were laughing because I quadruple, triple checked that I didn't call Melissa. And I had actually put her name wrong into the chat, and it was all on me. But I it's so embarrassing for me, and I've lost many friendships because of it. It's not intentional, and I feel like shit every single time I do it. I have no idea why my brain can't remember my friends' names. If you have any answers, I would love some. Have you ever experienced the same thing? But what I wanted to say about all of this was when I was sitting with Melissa the other day, that's right, right? It's not Michelle. I get so paranoid. It like hurts me inside. And if you're autistic, you understand what that means. Um, but I was sitting here the other day explaining this to them and like going through the whole thing. And oh my God, what came out of my mouth was like exactly what I wanted to say, exactly how I was feeling. And it allowed me to access parts of information that I'm not always able to access because I've talked about this before. I am a hyperverbal autistic and I have a very high IQ, but I don't always have access to that information. And all of this has been an experiment into how do I get that information out of me? Because it's stuck in there. And over the last 3, 4 years, I've been taking classes, I've been working with sacred medicines, I've been doing all sorts of things to be able to access these things in my brain and I have days like today where I am feeling like, "Holy shit, I'm on it." Like, I've got it. Like, I feel like if I put into action today all of the things that I'm thinking and feeling in my head, it will just take off. And, like, everything that I have to say feels like it's the right thing to say. Like, even today, I took my glasses off because they keep saying to me, "Take your glasses off and you'll see." Me with my glasses off, I'm kinda blind, like, I can't see anything, and I had this question for this is going on a total tangent, but I had this question yesterday because they keep saying to me, "Take your glasses off and you'll see." So, a lot of what I do is trancing and staring at trees or trancing and staring at this or, like, going off into my mind's eye and accessing some of this information in a different way because my brain doesn't work like y'all's. If you're autistic, it might work like yours. Um, but I'm really curious what that means, and I'm starting to try to play with it. So, right before I started this video, I was trying to do this without glasses, and I can't really see anything, but I also think that's the point. I think we're not always supposed to see everything clearly. Because if you see it clearly, you see too many of the details. And as an autistic person, I know that when you see too many of the details, 47% more details all the time, it's overwhelming. So I think this is my solution to not getting caught up in the details. Like, this right here is actually talking about my spiral way of thinking, and right in the middle is this, like it's me, it's a little fetus. And then this is my snake that's, like, my shadow work that I always come back to. But I'm not putting that shadow work back into my community. I'm looking at this shadow and just saying, "I've beat you. I've beat you." And I'm not actually using the shadow to help me. And this is the part about magic that is really understand and it's the one thing that I always hated this word when people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna transmute the energy." I get it. But why can't you just say, "I'm gonna change this energy into something positive?" I get it. It gets but a lot of people don't understand what that means. So, when I get anxious, when I get overwhelmed, when I get like, I can't process or I can't think or I can't whatever, I literally find something physical to do. Like, I either come down here on the mat and I stretch, or I use weights, a lot of deadlifting, a lot of, like, proprioception stuff, and it feels like to me, it gets things moving. And when I start doing this and I'm just drawing, and I think as I'm talking see, this is the other thing. If you're a hyperverbal autistic, you will solve your own problems if you just say it out loud. And that's why I do a lot of these videos. These videos aren't really for you, they're for me. If you benefit from them, that's fantastic. But this is a way for me to work through all of this. Because when you receive 47% more information every single second of every single day, it can become really, really overwhelming. Especially when you have an autistic son, especially when you have a divergent thinking husband, especially when you have never really fit into society and don't understand society whatsoever. Um, Doing this can be incredibly helpful. And I know to a lot of people, this looks like chaos. I am going to do a video. I think I'm gonna do it today because I'm feeling the vibe. But I'm going to explain from beginning to end what this means. And I'm gonna go through all of the pieces, and you will see me have ahas. And you will see me have these moments of, I get it. Because the more that I say these things out loud, the more they truly become a part of me. I do have a feeling that there are we know that there are mental processors, that there are somatic processors, all of these things. But I do truly believe that divergent thinkers don't process their thoughts the same way that typical thinkers do, and it stunts us. All of this is just in here, especially if you're ADHD. Our ADHD mind and our autistic mind are constantly creating these spirals and these loops for us to kind of like unravel or just get out of our body. And instead of like trying to use it in some way, we stew and we spiral and we get stuck. And I do it all the time. Thankfully, yesterday I had two really good friends to help me through my son being very tistastic. And I really, really struggle when that happens because it triggers me. I see myself as a teenager going, "Oh my God, I remember saying these exact same things. Oh my God, I remember doing the exact same things." And I can see how much he's hurting and I can see how much I hurt as a child. And then I have to come and sit with my wall. I have to like through some of the emotions and go through the steps to get to the place where I feel calm. Finding your own process, whatever that may be. It could be a bit of a workout. It could be a bit of journaling. It could be setting up your menu for the week just to organize your brain. I have a friend that loves checklists, and that is like literally how she regulates herself is by doing her checklists. I regulate myself by doing artwork and doing things physical. As an autistic individual, we have to realize, or ADHD or divergent thinker or whoever you are coming to my feed, we have to realize that we haven't actually been able to be taught how to use our brains because nobody knew, or we did know, but we weren't taught that they process things completely differently. So I want to start helping people see alternatives to the way of thinking that we have thought in the past, because using this process, and this is just my process, I will show you some of the things that I do to get here and to get to this place where I actually feel like I have access to all parts of my brain. There are days where I have no access to any of it, and I feel like a useless human being, and it's horrible. But on days like today, I have to recognize that, oh, I've got the energy to do it. I've got the cognitive ability to do it, and I have the tools to do it. So if I show up for myself and do this work, then things go better. Now, is there gonna be an ebb? Of course there is, because we are spiral and we're constantly going through this process and we're constantly seeing new things and we're constantly releasing new things, just as humans in general, not even just for divergent thinkers. We're always going through different things, so we're gonna have to use different tools. Um, the energy is shifting this week in a very big way, like huge. We've already had some massive Schumann spikes that totally aligned with some of the things that I did this week that kind of made me giggle. We came out of our envisioning session and I looked at the Schumann spike because my ears were like ringing like crazy, and it had spiked exactly when we started envisioning. And then when we were done and we had a hug, it spiked again. And I'm just going to take that as that's the universe recognizing that we were doing the work. I mean, I don't think it was just for me. I'm sure there was lots of other people out there doing that work too, and if they were in that moment and saw that thing, they'd be able to have that feeling too. It's not just for me. And that's one of the things that I truly want to share with people is we all have access to this ability. We all have access to able to slow down our minds, to be able to slow down our bodies and actually work through what's going on in our minds and have a deeper access to our wisdom and then truly embody it. Um, so yeah, that's where I am this morning. So number one, does anybody do the thing with the glasses, like taking their glasses off and then it softens their mind a little bit? Because I'm only just starting to do this. So I'm curious about that. And 2, let me know how you process. Do you have a way of gathering your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and giving them a soft space? Because that's what this is for me. This is my own soft space that I have created for myself, because if I don't do this, all hell breaks loose. And I can't afford therapy right now. So this is the way that I deal with things. And it's really friggin' effective, because 2 days ago, I was a pile of mush, and now I'm not, and I'm feeling way better. So if we can get out of those things for ourselves, if we can do these things without needing, you know, to always have a a person or a thing or that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to heal myself without ever having to reach without outside of myself, that I am now my own safe space. How can you become your own safe space? How can you come up with a process that helps you through the hard parts so the crash isn't as hard? So if you want to learn more, I'm Emma Smallbone. This is the Wild Healing. I've been doing this work for over a decade. I have been a pagan my whole entire life. I'm a druidess. I do shamanic work. I think differently and divergently. So if you want to learn how to be wild and free and live divergently, like, subscribe, go and find my work. It's Emma Smallbone. There's only one of me. It's the easiest thing to find. The Wild Healing, Emma Smallbone. Easy peasy. Bye for now, wildlings. Go be wild, go be free, go live divergently, and try new things. Take your glasses off. See what it does for you. You never know. It might actually heal your brain like it did mine. Bye for now, wildlings.